Hello, is this thing on? Can you all hear me? Looking for a shout out there. I see it on the closed captioning and I see y'all in the stream chat. Hi, everybody. My name is Jacqueline Ashwell. I'm the organizer of the 2025 Interactive Fiction Competition, and it is my absolute honor again to be hosting this gathering of interactive fiction enthusiasts to celebrate the winners of the 2025 Interactive Fiction Competition. Before we get started, with today's ceremony, just a quick reminder, the Interactive Fiction Competition always strives to provide a safe and welcoming environment to interactive fiction creators and players of every kind, which includes all of you joining for today's stream. So just going to start off by saying that participants who personally harass other participants today might get muted or given a temporary timeout or might get booted from the ceremony, and we don't want that to happen to anybody. So please be excellent to one another, and thank you for treating each other well. I'm going to start off with a few thank yous, for I am full of gratitude. There's no way I could pull all of this off alone. I'd like to thank the Interactive Fiction Technology Foundation, which you can learn more about at iftechfoundation.org. They do a ton to support us, site hosting, facilitating the cash prizes that the authors are going to receive, helping us find volunteers, boosting our social media, a whole bunch of stuff. And I also get a lot of very personalized support from the Interactive Fiction Competition Committee. They are there for me throughout the year whenever I've got a question, when I'm contemplating any adjustments for the competition, otherwise dealing with anything difficult. They are my sounding board and invariably have really great advice and feedback. So much thanks to my committee. Thank you to Brian and Mike and BJ for their hard work curating the 85 entries that we had this year, curating to make sure that all of the games, entries rather, because they're not all games, but that all the entries are in compliance with the rules. It's a ton of work. It's particularly a ton of work when 20 of them came in on the very last day. I'm looking probably at some of y'all. But Brian and Mike and BJ, like they did great. So I really appreciate them. Thanks also to Perry and Josh and Manon for helping to boost the signal during the competition on our socials, often with a touch of humor. If you saw a boring post on social media that wasn't that funny, that was probably one of the ones I wrote, not ones they wrote. And as we prepare for the 2026 competition, we could use some more hands on deck for community engagement. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned for our post-competition survey. I will share the link at the end of the stream. It'll be posted on the socials, a whole bunch of places. Thanks to Hannon, as ever, for assistance with setting up our private authors forum. I know the authors really appreciate that space during the competition. And my thanks to Brian and Max, who are moderating today's stream. Let's give them all a shout out, a round of applause, etc. Quiet round of applause. And I couldn't pull this off without these next two people. There's just pretty much no way. So Mark Bizanta is the man behind the curtain for updates to the site. That site, IFComp.org, that we all know and love. He provides amazing support, not only to all of you, but to me, to other volunteers. A lot of great administrative tools that we have thanks to him, and he adds more every year. Also, the competition, as I'm sure many of you know, got thrown a curveball or two this year, and Mark was amazing at pivoting and collaborating with Doug Valenta from the IFTF. Shout out to Doug to make all of it work very quickly. So I'm deeply grateful. And then Brian, who I've mentioned a couple of times because he does a ton of things. In addition to being on the committee and the curation team and modding this stream, he is instrumental in assisting with the statistical analysis of votes. It is always really nice to be friends with a mathematics professor, and I'm deeply grateful for Brian. Um, and I mentioned it a second ago, but I'll just say it again. We actually have a lot of different volunteer opportunities. And for next year, some of them are new. So if you've ever wanted to help out, but you're not sure how, definitely take a look at the post-comp survey because there might be some new ways that you could help. And we would love to have you. And of course, thank you. You and you and you and you and you. Thanks to everyone who was an author, everybody who was a judge, to everybody who donated prizes, who contributed to the Colossal Fund. I think we may have hit a new record this year. I haven't checked that, but it's darn close. We met our 10,000 goal, and I really appreciate that. Basically, the competition wouldn't exist without this community, and we appreciate how engaged the community is in this amazing tradition, which is now in its 31st year. And I know it's not just me. Like, that's the number one thing that I hear in the post-competition survey that just warms my heart is everybody who comments on how the community is what people love most about the competition. So I thank you. The authors thank you. Thank you. This year's gorgeous logo was created by Paula Noriega, who's open for commissions, which just absolutely, they were just wonderful to work with. In fact, Um, I had trouble keeping up with Paula because Paula it was like way ahead of deadlines. So really great to work with. And so you can see more of their portfolio by using the QR code on the screen to visit her Insta, or their Insta rather. And if you'd like, you can also pick up some of Paula's art to have of your very own through our Zazzle store, which you can just go to zazzle.com and search for IFComp, or you can use the QR code. We've got mugs and shirts and magnets, but I'm also like, if you're like, oh, I'd really like an IFComp pillow, email me. I can make that happen. Um, and the Zazzle site runs sales from time to time. Like, there was one happening last night when I went to pull these images. And so if you go to the site and there's not a sale happening, just hang out for a second because they have them all the time. Check back around Black Friday, check back around the holidays. And authors, we have thrown a few of these items into the prize pool. So if you're interested in one of these and you end up finishing rather well in the competition, you may just want to hang out a second and see if you can get one for free as a prize. Okay, so as we get a little bit closer to the main event, let's whet your appetite with a little side contest. Let us discuss the Golden Banana of Discord, which is awarded to the game with the highest standard deviation. So this author will have an opportunity to receive some sort of somewhat cool banana-themed award, like maybe a copy of Bananagrams or a neon lamp shaped like a banana, or a wearable flannel banana blanket, or a pound of banana-flavored candy. There's a whole lot of options. But anyway, something banana-themed. And this year's Golden Banana of Discord entry, which had a standard deviation of 2.56, was A Day in Hellcorp by Hex. So congratulations on being so divisive, Hex, good job, or something. And think about whether or not you want me to inflict some sort of banana themed thing on you. I'll be in touch by email. All right, so now before we get to the top 20, here are all the many entries we received this year. There were a ton. It was, I, I should have checked this. I think it's our second highest year aside from 2020, which we had a lot of entries. We had over 100 entries in 2020 for some reason. But I think this is our second largest number of entries this year. So sit back and relax. I got feedback last year that this part of the awards went too quickly. So this year it's a little bit longer. It's twice as long. So I'll be back on in about 4 minutes. Enjoy. Wait a minute. Come back here. The IFComp 2025 top 20. Are y'all ready? All right. So in 20th place, your Aunt Ricky has passed away. She willed you a mine, but only if you follow her lawyer's instructions first. Us Too by Andrew Schultz. Andrew, congratulations for making the top 20. I believe we've got you here in voice, so come off of mute. Tell the good people any words that you'd like to share. There you at, Andrew. You were here earlier. Did we lose you?
Oh, sorry. No, I
There
I
you
hit the
are.
wrong. Sorry for the delay, folks. And thanks to all who voted. Thanks to my testers who saved me in a tight time frame. Uh, they hacked through the intro before it got lots of good testing, so hats off to them. I recommend enjoying their works if you have time. Anno Brower, Wade Clark, Olaf Nowacki, Melvin Rangasamy, Daniel Stelzer, and Tabitha, and they've all helped me before, so I appreciate them. You'll appreciate their works too. Go play other IFComp games that looked cool, but you had no time for, and that's it. Thank you all again.
Congratulations, Andrew. And yeah, you've got a strong group of beta testers there, a lot of whom are with us today. Yeah, congrats. Right. So, in 19th place, just kidding. There's no 19th place. We have a tie for 18th. So in 18th place, when the emperor himself summons you to write a poem about the state of things, who are you to refuse? You are an ancient Chinese poet at the Neo Orchid Pavilion, and K.A. Tan, I think you may be in voice chat. Did you come in? Possibly not. Nope, I don't think I'm seeing them there. So, congratulations. And I apologize for not having any remarks to pass along. Let's see. All right. Moving on to 17th place. Oh, wait, not 17th, because we have two 18th places. My bad. The other 18th place game, your husband tells you that he is a very important man, but many people would like to see his head on a silver platter. Penthesilea by Sophia Zhao. And Sophia, did you pop in? We had a few people pop in late. Yeah, Sophia's here. Sophia, you want to come on? Mike, say a few words?
Hi, yeah, sure. This is such an honor, and it means so much to me that you took the time to experience the world I created. I just want to say congratulations to my fellow IFComp authors. Your creativity knows no bounds, and obviously thank you to the IFComp team for all your time and dedication. And then lastly, I'd like to send a special shout out to my beta readers, Linda Mao and Ying Yuchi, and I hope to see you all next year.
Congratulations. It's very, very exciting. I wish we had, I should have like an applause track. It feels a little like I need an applause track next year. 17th place. You are a lieutenant in the Terran fleet. Though you trained as an exolinguist, you have a feeling your new assignment will take you far out of your comfort zone. The Tempest of Bar, oh, I had this earlier. Barakeel. That's it. Barakeel by Nathan Lay, produced by Cirksaw. And I believe we have that team here in the chat if you want to come off mic.
Hi, thank you so much. It's such an honor. I want to just thank all the other authors and my partner, Nicole Rabona, for uh, keeping the train on the track and making sure everything happens. So thank you all so much. It's awesome to be a part of this community, and I'm just really excited to continue to see everyone else's work. So thank you.
Congratulations. Oh, no 16th place either. Got a lot of ties in the top 20 this year, which is kind of fun. Means more people. Well, no, it's the same number of people. But anyway, it's still fun. So 15th place. The first of the 15th place games, Murders the Game, and a team of superheroes are about to discover what they won. Murder World by Austin Auclair, and I believe Austin hopefully is with us. Yeah, Austin, congratulations.
Hey, everybody. First, I want to thank my family, Liz and Henry, for their love and support as I spent countless hours working on this game. And then I want to thank all the game's testers. After a while, a game of this size and scale is simply impossible to evaluate cleanly, and the folks who tested it were amazing. So if the game broke, that's my fault. If the game worked, that's all thanks to the testers. Otherwise, thanks very much for playing.
It's great to see you, Austin. Congratulations. And our other 15th place game, after years of living underground, you emerge from your bunker to investigate the ailing substation Arcadia, ascertain the whereabouts of its crew, and restart its purification reactor. Succeed, and humanity may still fulfill the promise of Mars by George Larkwright. And George couldn't make it today, but he asked me to thank everybody who played, everybody who rated and reviewed the Promises of Mars. He said that taking part in the IFComp has long been an ambition of his, so he's really glad to have finally completed an entry and shared it with the community. Congratulations, George. Fourteenth place. This one's an entry about a romantic island getaway. Barros Fidelis, an interactive novella by Demonapologist, who is here with us today. Demonapologist, congratulations.
Thank you. Okay. it really warms my evil little heart to learn that people resonated with my wholesome, twisty, gay demon propaganda. This project means so much to me. I earnestly tried to write the coolest story I could think of, and I'm really glad that I got to share it. Last, I'd like to thank my beta readers and moral support, Fen and Vane, who are Vosifin shippers for life, or else, Tabitha, Drew Cook, Juniper Lake Fitzgerald, and Ekruzar. Thank you so much. I really needed that support this last however long it's been, my God. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye. Congratulations. Thirteenth place. Psych again, another tie. So in 12th place, something bad has gone down in Sugar City. Is it the result of some drug deal gone bad, or is somebody trying to pin the tail on the donkey? Who Whacked Jimmy Pinata by Damon Wakes. And Damon is here with us. Congratulations, Damon.
Oh, it's really good to be in the top 20 on purpose this time. Who Acted with Pinata is my second largest work of interactive fiction so far, so it's really nice that it clicked for people. It's easily the largest parser-based one I've ever written. I'd like to say a huge thanks to everyone who tested it, because that was a big part of what made it work in the first place. Also, a huge thanks to Zed Lopez in particular, who offered a code review as a prize last year, and that was the rest of what made this possible. So yeah, thanks to I had a lot of help for this one, and I think it's made all the difference.
That's really cool to hear that the code review was useful. That's the sort of prize that I think people don't. They think they're like, what can I give as a prize? But sometimes it's a skill. So I'm glad to hear that that paid off. Congratulations. Good plug for people giving not only cash. We like cash, but we also like other prizes like code reviews and reading and all sorts of stuff, music. Congrats. All right. 12th place, another tie. Well, no, it's the same tie. It's the same tie. Same score as last time, 7.13. You're standing in the spotlight, darkness all around you, with no idea how you got there, and nothing to see but a magician's top hat. The Semantigen's assistant, an interactive job interview by Lance Nathan. And Lance, I'm not sure if Lance is here. I'll give it a hot second and check the chat, but I don't believe we have Lance. Unfortunately, no. You're not here in the text chat, right? Oh, in the chat, in the chat. Ah, I see. Yeah, thanks everyone for playing it and liking it and so on. That's like an excellent speech. Congratulations, Lance. Well done. '11th place. We're getting very close to the top 10. But first we have 11th place. Journey through Forest Glen and over windswept moor to an ancient stone circle where a goddess will grant blessings during the total lunar, or rather total solar eclipse. Lamppost Projects, also known as Nell, and I believe they're here today. Yep, I see Nell. Nell, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow, as a first-time participant, I'm just really honored by the reception my games have received. Thank you so much to everyone who played, tested, judged, rated, reviewed all of my entries this year. Thank you so much to IFTF and Jacqueline and everyone who put this amazing competition together. And thanks to my partner, John, whose support and advice were essential to making this in all my games. Whether they sought a blessing, an astronomical discovery, or a magical quest, I'm so happy that players found a rewarding experience on their journey along the path.
Congratulations, Nell. Very excited for you. We have a lot of first-time entrants in the top 20. It is wild. So very, very impressive. That brings us to the top 10. So I thought we'd just take like a 15-minute intermission to stretch, and I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that. Get back here. Let's keep going. We will go on with 10th place. Ever since our reunion during the Great War, I have been known as the principal associate of the detective who is still, by my assessment, the most famous in Europe, if not the entire world. A story for trusted acquaintances such as yourself. The Little Four, pardon my terrible accent. I don't even know what accent that was supposed to be. Mid-Atlantic, maybe. Anyway, The Little Four A Domestic Mystery by Allison Gray as Captain Arthur Hastings OBE. And I know we've got Allison with us today. Congratulations, Allison. Allison. Bueller. Did we lose
Hi,
you?
can you hear
There.
me?
Yes, now we've got you.
Yes.
Now we got you.
Thank you so much. I'm so stunned. I want to start by thanking by thanking Alex, Jude, Francie, everyone who helped me test and improve the game. Of course, the many amazing people in the IF community. This was something different for me, and I'm so relieved that I managed to do these characters justice. I feel very honored that I've been able to share in the love of these characters with all of you. And lastly, I want to say that I have a lot of admiration for all of my fellow authors. Creating something, putting yourself out there is really hard, and it can also be difficult to find your audience, especially in such a giant event. I really want to encourage everyone to keep making things, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all do in the future. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Allison. And I don't know why, but our lovely captions were working and then they just kind of stopped. And I'm going to try and troubleshoot that for a second. And it may involve restarting the stream. So let me try one thing. And if that doesn't work, we're going to try a different thing. Oh, they're back. They're back. Okay, so I think it may be that our participants who are coming in remotely may have to speak up, maybe not. If you're watching the stream and you're a top 20 person who's coming on mic, if you notice that you're not triggering the captions, then speak up a little. There we go. We got them. Hooray. Yes, congratulations again, Allison. And I do need a clap track, or maybe that's a volunteer group I need next year as a group of people to sit here and go, woo! Ninth place. This one, the Sirius Syndicate, has nearly completed turning Phobos into a giant missile, and they're going to wipe out all life on Mars. Can Galaxy Jones infiltrate the alien base and stop the dastardly plan? Phobos, a looming disaster by Phil Riley, a Galaxy Jones story. Phil, congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my testers who I cannot remember any of their names now because I'm way too overwhelmed. But I'd most especially like to thank my wife Laura, who gave me the absolutely central idea for this game, without which it just wouldn't have worked. So thank you, Laura, and thank you everyone who took the time to play and rate my game.
Congratulations, Phil. Congratulations, Laura. Congratulations to you both. Eighth place. A boyfriend was all you ever wanted, or thought you wanted, at least. But when your love spell goes wrong, you find yourself face to face with soulless husks, perfect parasites, and jellyfish that grow teeth. The Witch Girls by Amy Stevens. Congratulations, Amy.
Thank you. There were so many amazing games in the competition this year. I'm super honored to be in the top 20. I really didn't expect this for my first entry. Thank you so much to my beta testers and to everyone who played. I hope I was able to deliver a little slice of the horror of being a teenage girl to you all, and I'm really sorry about the jellyfish.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to everybody who is being brave and coming on and coming on mic. It makes the ceremony quite a bit better. And another debut entry into the interactive fiction competition. Lot of really strong first-time authors here. I mean, not first-time authors, but first time for us authors, if that makes sense. Congratulations. 7th place. You're a private investigator who has been hired to ensure that the show goes off without a hitch. Will you uncover the devious plot that threatens opening night? You must, or you won't get the chance to dance with someone special at the masquerade ball. Fantasy opera, Mischief at the Masquerade by Lamppost Projects. And so Nell, if you want to come back, and I think your voice was one that was not catching the caption, so we'll give it a take 2.
All right, I'll try and speak up a little. Wow, well, thank you so much, everyone, who played and participated again. This is an incredible honor, and thank you to all of my fellow authors. What an amazing group. And I'm delighted that so many players enjoyed their visit to the opera, and I hope some of you will join me again for a fantasy opera sequel in the future.
Oh, a sequel. That's exciting. And yes, the captions worked great. And congratulations. And actually, you may just want to stick around because Lamppost Projects is sort of rocking the top 20 here. Because you find yourself sleepwalking in lush ornamental gardens and must discover how to break the thrall of a mysterious trance. The Secrets of Sylvan Gardens. Absolutely rocking it.
Well, that's just incredible. The concept for this project was what drove me to start writing games. So it really means the world to me that players have connected with it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Now we allow a max of 3 games to get entered, and you entered 3, and you kind of hit them all out of the ballpark. So pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Congratulations. And another first, yeah. Right. And we still haven't hit our rising star. Like, you're all rising stars, but I only have 1 rising star award to give, and we still haven't had our rising star award yet. It's just so exciting. Right. 5th place. All you wanted was a Slurpee, and somehow you have found yourself haunted by a relentless marinara pasta demon. Slated for demolition by Mary something. Mary, are you? Yeah, Mary's here.
Hi, hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, this is such an honor. Thank you to the organizers, to the judges, to everybody who played, to my beta testers. A special shout out to Andrew, my beta tester, who caught a major bug in the nick of time, as well as Isa, who taught me a lot about hyphens and how many words are hyphenated. Yeah, I had a lot of anxiety to release this game. Obviously, it's very personal, but I felt really welcome every step of the way. So, to everybody who played, thank you for feeling something with me. It really gives my work more meaning, and it gives my life meaning. So, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I know one of the things that you sent to me in case you couldn't make it here today was about how art wasn't really finished until it had been experienced, which I thought was pretty cool. Congratulations.
Yep. Thanks.
Okay. 4th place. Getting close. This one also grabbed 2nd place for Miss Congeniality. And that award means that among this year's authors, authors also vote, and we their awards or their votes go in the general pool, but also we keep like a little separate side pool. And among the authors, this was deemed the 2nd best entry in the entire competition. So sometimes Miss Congeniality lines up, but most of the time it's a little off. And so pretty cool to get second place Miss Congeniality. This one is a story about a crew of 3, a lost city far in the north, 1,000 miles of toxic ice. Salt Rack by Henry Cicchini as Antamion. So I believe Henry is with us. Congratulations, Harry.
Thank you so much. Salt Rock is the largest, most demanding work I have ever written by far, and it feels unbelievable to have finished it. I'd like to thank again my dear friend and resolute accomplice Davey, who playtested this game for me 2 years in a row. Also, everyone who messaged me to describe bugs they found, I greatly appreciate it. And everyone who played it, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.
It seems like a lot of people enjoyed it. Good job, Henry. Congrats. And that brings us, oh my God, to the top 3. And here's something fun. I mean, I think it's fun. We only have 2 Miss Congeniality awards remaining, but all of the top 3 authors have an extra accolade in addition to placing in the top 3, which I think is rather cool. Possibly I'm just nerding out a little bit and being too cryptic, so I'll get to it. But in third place, in addition to being in third place, this one also takes this year's Rising Star Award, which I alluded to earlier. This goes to the highest placing first time interactive fiction competition author. So third place goes to somebody who is making their IFComp debut, which is just super cool and amazing. And their story is about a heroine private detective. We have 2 in the top 10 that are about detectives. So yeah, heroine private detective who will need all her old tricks to track down a new enemy and a few new moves to conquer her greatest challenge yet, falling in love. Lady Thalia and the Case of Clefan by N. Cormier. Congratulations.
So, okay, so the thing is that we have separate, we have separate accounts on the IFComp website because we're 2 people, and don't want to commit voter fraud or anything. But we did both co-author last year's 10th place game Winter Over. So Ncorm is not a new author.
Oh my God,
and
scandal in the
I
IFComp.
think the Rising
Yes.
Star Award really belongs to Henry Cicchini, and I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Henry. You heavily deserve that. That said, oh my God, I never thought we would place third. This is love wins, everybody.
Yeah, I didn't actually prep a speech because I felt like I was gonna jinx it if I did, and then I wouldn't make top 20 at all. This is insane to me. Obviously, there have been fans of this series for a long time whom I thank from the bottom of my heart, but I felt like putting it in front of the IFComp audience, like the harsh scrutiny was going to be like, have you realized that this game is in fact like extremely silly? Yes, I am just blown away by the response to this. This is higher than I thought I would ever place. This is insane. Thank you so much.
Well, scandal aside, congratulations. Oh, yeah, we'll sort that out. We'll figure that out. But seriously, congrats, third place, regardless of whether or not it's the Rising Star. Amazing. Oh, that's so funny. All right, second place. And this next game takes the top spot for Miss Congeniality. Got a little bit of a flip-flop. The highest praise you can get from fellow authors. In the waning days of the Hittite Empire, a loyal dog sets out to save its human from a curse, crossing paths with kings, soldiers, and sorcery in a richly imagined Bronze Age world. The wise woman's dog, Daniel Stelzer. And Daniel, congratulations, you're with us today, right? Yes, I see you.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am thrilled that it placed so highly. thank you to all my testers. Thank you to my thesis advisor who got me researching the Hittite language in the first place. This is the sort of thing that I'm doing to procrastinate working on my dissertation. And I'm so glad that people enjoyed my little historical fantasy game and hopefully enjoyed its extensive footnotes, because that's how I justified this as being part of my academics.
Well, hopefully you got
Yeah,
a chance to like get graded on it or something, or some sort of extra credit.
we'll see.
Congratulations, Daniel. I didn't mean to interrupt. Any other words for the crowd?
I'm sure I had others, but they're not coming to mind. Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry if I did that.
Oh no, not your fault. I'm just stunned at how high this placed, and I'm so thrilled at it.
Yeah, second place and first among the other authors. So that's huge. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you all.
And that brings us to number 1, which is third place, Miss Congeniality, but first place among absolutely like the whole crowd. So amazing. And on this story, you are alone aboard a wrecked cargo ship drifting through deep space. You must scavenge and hack and piece together the truth of what happened before it's too late. Detritus by Ben Jackson. And Ben, I just want you to know, I'd like to make a special note here that if there were a prize for the cover art that happens to color coordinate the best with this year's artist logo and the award slide deck, then you would definitely be winning that prize as well. Congratulations.
Wow. I'm a little bit stunned. Wow. Thank you very much, everybody. I only had one ambition for this game, and that was to place one higher than I did last year, and I got second place last year. So, I'm happy with that. Thank you so much for everybody's support, everybody, my beta testers, Emery Joyce, Josh Grams, Daniel Stelzer. Thanks to Asta, who helped me out with a little bit of coding. And thank you especially to Gail, who made the game what it is. Wow, I don't know what else to say, but thank you to everybody involved.
Congratulations. Congratulations. It's amazing. It was a really amazing year. A lot of really great games this year. So first place is, yeah, it's an achievement in a year, but congrats, Ben. All right. Wait, I know you think it's over, but wait for a second. I know we got another year of interactive fiction competition on the books, and I appreciate everybody joining today, but I have a couple quick, important reminders before you all go. The first is I want to thank everyone in advance for taking the 2025 post-competition survey. So you can use the QR code on the screen, or you can head to that URL, or I will put that URL in the chat, right? Maybe I will. There we go. The URL is now also in the chat. We'll also post it all over the place. But this year's survey is more important than ever. This one's more important. I mean, they're always important. This one's a little more important. I know tons of people have thoughts about the UK Online Safety Act and about the use of generative artificial intelligence by authors. And this survey does a deep dive on both, particularly on the AI front, including potential rule changes. And this is your primary, and in fact only, this is your only way to make your voice heard. So not the forums, not the Discord, not your blog, not even sending me an email. People have sent me email. I know there's long threads, but I need you to take what you've learned from all those conversations, weighing like the technological innovation that people often pride IFComp for versus like the purity of the writing and all those things. Take your opinions and go take the survey. Because this is the one place where we look to collate all of that data and consider how we're going to move forward for 2026. So if you care about those topics, take the survey. A couple more things that are in this survey that are new this year. We have better defined the volunteer roles, added some new needs that we have. So this is the best place to check for opportunities and perhaps lend us a hand this coming year. And then the final reason to weigh in on whether or not we do this ceremony is whether or not we do this ceremony again next year. So if you like the ceremony or if you have ideas for improving it, as I was like listening to all the dead silence today, I was like, oh, maybe I should like have interview questions for people in the top 20 and like ask them something about their game. I don't know. So if you have ideas for making the ceremony better, I'm interested in hearing those, but also next year, if we do this ceremony, it's going to delay the results by over a week because the comp voting deadline is a Thursday, and I cannot turn around being ready by Saturday for the awards stream. So we would have to go an entire another week to do the results. And I don't know how y'all feel about that. So I thought I would ask you. And so that is in the survey as well. Please take it. And then heads up, Mark is off having a wonderful time with his family and is not able to press the giant shiny candy-like button that releases the results. And so the results are going to automatically post tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're curious about how, you know, what the score was for your game or histograms or you missed something, you're going to have to wait just a little bit. It'll post in about 2 hours. We wanted to make sure that we didn't accidentally leak anything. So 7 p.m. tonight. And yeah, there's the link for the swag. There's the link for that survey. Here are all the ways to engage with us. And thanks to everyone for another great year. And to all of you who joined us for the stream. And by the way, if you got here late or you missed something from the stream, it's going to be rewatchable on Twitch for a few days. And then I will also process the video from this pretty much immediately and get it on YouTube at the Interactive Fiction Technology YouTube by this evening. So like before I go to bed, it'll be on YouTube. So you can go back and catch anything that you missed. And feel free to hang out, enjoy the chat, discuss the results, etc. I'll leave the stream open for at least 15 minutes. Well, we'll have music for 15 minutes, but y'all can chat, I think, as long as you want, even when we're offline. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next year for the 32nd Interactive Fiction Competition. Take care.